This is Getting On with Life, Biblical Wisdom for Successful Christian Living. And this lesson is, Well Done. There are two principal rewards we can enjoy for having done well. One is to be acknowledged and praised for what we have done, and the other is to be given a tangible benefit, such as our pay, a bonus, or a promotion. Many people work hard just to impress the boss or others and get acknowledgement. And many people become disheartened when they are never recognized for what they do or the effort they put in. A wise boss or leader will find ways to acknowledge contribution and achievement. Others are diligent in pursuit of promotion or business success. They invest time and energy into their tasks and challenges because they want the company bonus, or to be first in line for promotion, or to get some similar benefit. It's interesting to note then that God gives both the verbal acknowledgement and tangible benefit to those who do well for Him. That's revealed in a parable about the kingdom of heaven. Jesus told of a man who entrusted his assets to various servants and returned to see what they had done. Two servants had doubled what was entrusted to them, and they both received the same response from their master. Matthew 25:21 tells us, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over many things. Enter into the joy of your master." These successful servants received verbal commendation. Well done. They were called good and faithful. You have been faithful over the small thing entrusted to you. Then they were rewarded with promotion. I will set you over many things. And they were also given access to the quality of life their master enjoyed. Enter into the joy of your master. This suggests they were invited to enjoy things the master enjoyed in his elevated status in the home. This speaks to us standing before God at the end of time and being acknowledged for what we have done for Him, then being invited into eternal blessings in God's house. It's something we can all look forward to. So, what gets us a well done from God? Jesus' parable suggests it was fruitfulness or productivity. Those servants who were able to expand what they had been given, they both doubled it, were given the same hearty commendation and reward. As Jesus traveled, he repeated his various teachings to new audiences, so we have interesting variations on his teachings in the Gospels. The common theme is of success in multiplying what is entrusted to us. At the same time, the word faithful is repeated. You have been faithful in the small amount given to you. We receive a well done from the Lord when we show ourselves faithful. Luke 19:16 and 17 records, The first servant came forward and said, Master, your coin has produced 10 more coins. His master replied, Well done, good servant. Because you were faithful in a very small thing, you will have authority over 10 cities. Being faithful is a matter of sticking to the task, not being distracted. King Solomon noted that we can be lured away by personal agendas or things we want to pursue. This stops us being faithful to what we are supposed to do for others. Proverbs 28:20 says, A faithful man will abound with blessings, but one eager to be rich will not go unpunished. The one eager to be rich is distracted from being faithful and getting the true blessings. That's like an employee who is more concerned about getting a job somewhere else than in doing the job they have. Any kind of distraction, usually focused on what we want for ourselves, stops us being focused on the tasks assigned to us. The distraction can even seem noble and right to us. I note several men and women of God who testify to being busy about things of God's kingdom and then finding God tell them they were not doing what He wanted them to do. I think of Heidi Baker and Carter Conlon as examples. Carter Conlon, General Overseer of Times Square Church, Manhattan, shares how years earlier he tried to do big things for God and was redirected to just being faithful in looking after the congregation God gave him to pastor. God said to him, When you stand before me one day, there'll be no reward for any of what you were doing, because I did not ask you to do it. Then God directed, There are 158 names on the membership roll of the church I have given you to pastor. That is the only thing I have asked you to do right now. Carter was distracted with his big vision for God and was not getting about the task he had been assigned. That's how easy it is to fail to be a faithful servant. You can chase your dreams and be unfaithful to the things God wants you to care for, even your marriage, family, community, and calling. In Jesus' parable, the servant who did not get commended but was punished failed to be faithful with what he was given. He buried it and returned it without having put it to use. So when you fail to accept what God has given you and fail to put it to use for God, you may disqualify yourself for God's blessings. Friends, I urge you to look for God's well done. Look at the things entrusted to you, starting with your own life and the family and responsibilities you have. Consider your employment and broader responsibilities and ask yourself if you have been faithful in handling each of these things. Stop being distracted by your dreams of doing something else or being successful, rich and famous. First, show that you can be faithful in the little things, then trust God to give you bigger things to look after. Make it your prayer to stay humble before God, focused on Him and His calling on your life, as you pray, Lord, I want to please you, and hear you tell me, well done. God bless you.